What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this Sharp Short. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So this is kind of a story. A topic that you probably might miss unless you were a sports fan. Unless you're a diehard sports fan, unless you consume sports, at the rate I guess the average sports fan does, you're probably not aware of this particular story. However, your boy is a sports fan, and of course, dominating the news today, of course, is another racist trope here. So let me set the table for you guys. You guys obviously see what's going on here. I'll explain that in a minute. So another black woman has been exalted for being a ratchet. Another black woman is being exalted for being a ratchet. Taylor Townsend, who's like a top 60 player in the world, defeated Latvian Juļena Ostapenko. And after the match, the two got into a little bit of a heated altercation. I'm going to go ahead and play that for you now. This is on TikTok. This is the end of the match, and we'll watch from here. Of course. Let me there we go. Got it. All right.
Didn't she just...
And, of course, it freezes on me. Of course it does. Yeah. I tell you what, man. Production, something always goes wrong. If you want to be a YouTuber, just be prepared for this kind of thing to happen. Okay, let's take two here.
Do so very well to handle a moment when 5-3 down in the opening set.
So here they are. She says, "Good game to her." Now you can already see the verbal exchange has started.
Loss between these two.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't have to.
Yeah. These two players clearly don't like each other.
One thing you know for sure, Taylor Townsend's ain't for backing down.
Look at this. Watch this masculine ass ratchet fucking behavior out of this animal.
At all.
Look at this. What is this?
See that emotion.
What is this? Yeah, no, that's not emotion, okay? That's not emotion, okay? That's this. That's chimping out. Okay? What Taylor Townsend is doing now here is chimping out.
Got him, Taylor there. The
Look at
entire
her.
court on
What
court
is this?
11.
Like seriously, like honestly, is this the kind of decorum that we expect at the US Open? Is that the kind of decorum we expect at the US Open? For bitches to be acting like dudes? Now, for the record, Juļena Ostapenko is absolutely a sore loser. She has a very bad reputation for being what they call a habitual line stepper. She had a thing with Coco Gauff back in 19, something about her saying, you can't see, can you see the ball? Are you sure? I think she threw a racket at the head of a ball boy. I want to say back in 2020, back in 2021, I think she had a thing with Maria Sakkari. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She called her an effing bitch, blah, 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 blah. Matter of fact, before all the niggas come in and start commenting and talking about how bad a person Juļena Ostapenko is, let's just take a quick look. We're just going to watch about a minute of this. This is Juļena Ostapenko's greatest hits. She is absolutely a sore loser. Let's take a look.
People are just so dumb.
Sabine Lazicki fans.
Time to react.
Congratulations, audible obscenity warning, Miss Ostapenko.
I said to myself, I can say whatever I want to say. If the other players are saying bad words in English, they have nothing. She cannot say it to you because she doesn't even know what I said. I was speaking Latvian. Not even Russian.
Oh, she's speaking Latvian.
Latvian, you don't hear me, not Russian. She cannot understand Latvian. Latvian? Can she?
Hey,
Dude, wow, she is a bitch. Holy shit. Like the white Serena Williams. Boo! Boo! Everybody says.
She speaks
A code
Latvian?
violation having to do with
But she speaks Latvian?
language.
So she couldn't.
Dude, I love it when tennis players melt down on the court.
She couldn't
Must see TV.
understand what I was saying.
It's good what she had said in Latvian, but the Lions person reporting to the chair umpire and a code violation as
So tough in that last game.
Here's another one. We'll just watch one more of these just so you guys can see just what kind of chick this is.
More trouble here.
Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go.
Well, if she, no, this is her
Oh,
job,
boy.
and just,
Oh, boy.
just, yes.
Oh, boy.
Well-
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
That
God, I
was a
hate it.
stunning game of tennis from the Latvian. Breaks to love, and we'll get the chance to serve it out again.
Just keep it down. Keep it
I
down.
understand, but you know,
Oh,
it's
here's
the
another
worst thing
one.
what person can do.
We will talk after the match. Now, just we continue.
But change her when you have a chance, please. I don't want to see her face. Otherwise, I'm gonna go crazy.
Holy shit, she is a bitch. Damn.
And then they will change.
Hopefully soon.
Jesus.
But you know, her job is to see the ball, not to say what I'm talking. You know, it's not nice from person because
It's both her job.
I would disagree with you.
Uh-oh. Comes another attitude.
Very off the pace. This
So as you guys can see, Juļena Ostapenko, she's a mouthy bitch. She likes to mouth off at the chair umpires. She likes to throw things at ball boys and ball girls. She's a sore loser. She's a sore loser. And by the way, being a sore loser isn't illegal, right? Being a sore loser isn't illegal. A lot of people are throwing around, well, Juļena Ostapenko is a racist. Okay, maybe she is. What's the problem? Is it illegal to be a racist? Right? And listen, if she's racist, that's obviously reprehensible. But, okay, so she's a racist. What's the big fucking deal? If she's a racist, don't be a fan of her. Right? So listen, man. Racist, sore loser. She's a bitch on the court. She likes the name call and all that other kind of stuff. The bottom line here, guys, is that Juļena Ostapenko is a fucking bitch. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. But here's my question. Was she wrong? And a lot of people are going to ask me, well, was she wrong about what? Well, let's listen to the altercation up close and personal, and then we will get Taylor Townsend's take after this. And all of this will be telling, I promise you. Here we go. You have no class, you have no education. Wait till we're outside of the U.S. Yeah, and see that? See? Then you got all the niggas trolling her, doing this, doing that. Okay. All right. Okay, that's cool. Whatever the case may be. So here is Taylor Townsend speaking about the altercation. After the altercation, listen to what she says here.
Taylor, congratulations. Fiery match, start to finish. We'll get to it all. Can you fill us in on the conversation you were having with Juļena out there?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's competition. People get upset when they lose, and you can't. Some people say bad things. She told me I have no class, I have no education, and to see what happens when we get outside the U.S. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I beat her in Canada outside the U.S. I beat her in New York outside the U.S. So let's see what else she has to say.
You were down 5.
Okay, so obviously there's no love loss. There's no love loss between these two people. But what she said, that Ostapenko said to her, she has no class, she isn't educated, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? Juļena Ostapenko was fucking right. Taylor Townsend has no fucking class and she has no education. Okay? This chick moved to Florida to go to some sort of tennis school back at 14 years old. 14 years old, which means she probably didn't graduate high school, which means she probably missed out on a lot of the social lessons that you pick up in high school, as you guys can clearly see. I don't know where this woman learned to play tennis. Venus and Serena Williams learned to play tennis in Compton, fucking California, and they didn't even act like this. They didn't even act like this. This woman clearly has no fucking decorum, and that was Ostapenko's problem. That was Ostapenko's problem. Here's the thing. And actually, you know what? I've got one more video to play. This is the press conference. And she sort of wraps this up in a bow. And this encapsulates black women right here, y'all.
I feel like people have gotten a little bit soft. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's sports. Like, people talk trash. You know, people say things, whatever. People get mad. Like,
it's sports. People talk trash. People get mad. Okay, just keep that in mind.
Everyone has a right to feel how they feel. You know, the problem is like, don't push your expectations on me. If you expect for someone to apologize and they don't, and you get upset about it, that's your fault, not mine. I can't speak on what her intentions were. I can only speak on how I handled the situation, and how I handled it is someone who's upset about the outcome that occurred. You lost, and you're upset about that.
Okay, sweetheart, you beat the 71st ranked player in the world. Relax.
Saying I have no education and no class. I don't really take that personally, because I know that it's so far from the truth. The thing that
that's why we know it's true.
Most proud of is that I let my racket talk, because ultimately I'm the one here sitting in front of you guys, moving on to the next round, getting the next check, moving on, being able to still be here and speak to you guys, and that's what's the most important. She's packed up and she's gone.
Oh, perfect. She's packed up and she's gone. Ha ha ha. I beat the 71st ranked player in the world, and she mad. Now, like I said, Juļena Ostapenko is absolutely a fucking bitch, full stop. But again, I ask, was she wrong? And the answer to that, nah, man. She said it herself. It's sports. People talk trash. People get upset. We don't know what was said during that match. We don't know what was done during that match that we didn't see. But let me take you guys, let me just take you guys back to some of these police videos. What do niggas like to do? What do black people like to do when they know they're cooked? They like to get personal with the cops. I hope your wife gets E-par'd by a group of black guys. I hope your kids get cancer and die. I'm going to get some boys and we're going to rough you up when we see you out in the street. They have to win the war of words. They got to win the war of words. Okay? When a certain kind of black person, a.k.a. niggas, when they get heated, they get personal. And Juļena, I can guarantee you, Juļena Ostapenko probably witnessed, saw, and or heard some shit that was probably a little bit over the line. And that's what caused her outburst. Again, I ask, was she wrong? Case in point, Jose Canseco. I'll never forget, Jose Canseco years and years ago came out and said, well, 80% of all Major League Baseball players are on steroids. And everybody laughed at him. Oh, Jose Canseco's full of crap. The only reason why he's outing everybody, the only reason why he's telling these fantastic lies is because he's been blackballed by the league. Now, was Jose Canseco blackballed by the league? Absolutely. Did Jose Canseco have an axe to grind with Major League Baseball? You bet he did. Jose Canseco was telling the truth. As a matter of fact, Jose Canseco might have given a conservative number in terms of the number of players that were on steroids. We all now know. Here's another case. Michael Vick. We all remember the Michael Vick and the dogfighting incident. We all remember when that happened, right? All of the Vick defenders, including Ryan and Doug Stewart, you probably don't know who they are, but Ryan and Doug Stewart, they're Atlanta, I don't know if they do Atlanta Sports Talk anymore, but they used to do Atlanta Sports Talk. I think they both played in the NFL. I think Ryan Stewart played for the Lions. I'm not sure about his brother Doug. He was a little smaller. But they were on every radio station telling everyone who would listen about the witnesses that came out against Michael Vick. Remember, the feds got to Vick's people first. His cousin, his homeboy, Quantas Phillips, they all flipped. They all flipped and said, yeah, we did it. Well, Ryan and Doug Stewart, who was in Michael Vick's pocket, Atlanta sports fans, came out and said, well, wait a minute, are you going to believe these derelict criminals? Guess what, Ryan and Doug? Those derelict criminals, even though they were derelict criminals, were telling the truth. Jordan Belfort served 22 months in prison. And for those of you who are not familiar who Jordan Belfort is, he's the guy they made the movie Wolf of Wall Street after, as you can see on the screen, depicted by Leonardo DiCaprio. Jordan Belfort broke just about every rule in the SEC book on Wall Street. Served 22 months in prison. He was absolutely guilty of everything they indicted him with, and we still listen to him. Why? Because he knows what he is talking about. Yes, Ostapenko is absolutely a sore loser. Yeah, she might even be racist, but she ain't wrong. She ain't wrong. Taylor Townsend is uneducated and classless. And you want to know why Ostapenko said this to Taylor Townsend? You want to know why? Because Ostapenko, like everybody else in the world, has black fatigue. You think Ostapenko hasn't seen the videos? You think she hasn't seen the Carnival Cruise videos? You think she hasn't seen the countless videos of black women jumping over the counters in restaurants? You don't think she's privy to to gangs of niggas just hunting white people down and beating them up? You don't think she knows what happened in Cincinnati? Yeah, man. All of that is playing in the background. And then you've got this loud, ratchet, overweight black woman across the court talking trash, talking the kind of trash that'll probably get under your skin. So instead of addressing it publicly, she decided to address it private-ishly. After the match, she's like, yeah, you're uneducated, you have no class. And it's funny because Townsend came out and says, it didn't really mean anything to me because it's so far from the truth. Nope, it was spot on. That's why you got mad and that's why you addressed it. That's why you acted like an animal afterwards. Guys, the bottom line here is that black people have no decorum. Actually, let me, you know what? Let me not do that. Let me rewind that. Let me rewind that. Niggas have no decorum. Okay? Niggas have no decorum. Taylor Townsend is a nigga playing tennis. There is absolutely no place for this in tennis. What the fuck is this? The fuck is this? WW fucking E? No, this is the US Open. This is the US Open. You want to be class personified? Take a look at Coco Gauff. You want to act classy and educated? Take a look at Madison Keys. You want to act like a professional? Take a look at 45-year-old Venus Williams. All black women, all who ain't ratchet, like this chick. And oh, by the way, I've never seen a fat tennis player in my life until now. I have never seen a tennis player this fat in my life. Never seen it. Never ever seen it.
It's sports.
Never seen a tennis player with lunch lady arms until just now. Until right now. Right?
I feel like people have gotten a
Shut up. Black people, like I said, have absolutely no decorum. I am close to 213% certain that Townsend really pushed her buttons. She said it herself. We talk shit, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, Townsend took it too far, and afterwards, Ostapenko decided to give her a piece of her mind. I'm sorry, do you think Ostapenko just walked up to her and said all of these things to her for just no reason? Do you really think Ostapenko said, you know what? I'm getting my ass kicked by this girl. I'm going to call her classless and uneducated. No, Was she mad that she lost? Absolutely. But the reason why she said the shit that she did to Taylor Townsend is because she, like most people, have black fucking fatigue. We're tired of it. We're tired of niggas ruining everything. Why are we bringing nigga shit to the US Open? Why are we bringing nigga shit to the US Open? Look at this. Look at this. Holler if you hear me. This ain't fucking basketball, bitch. This is goddamn tennis. This is the sport of kings and queens and princes and princesses. No, man, Ostapenko didn't just come out and decide to call her these things for no reason. She called her these things because they're true. Chris Brown and Rihanna, there's another example. Chris Brown put hands on Rihanna. And Chris Brown put hands on Rihanna. Do you think Rihanna was, I don't know, in the kitchen in the kitchen making cupcakes when Chris Brown decided to come in and do what he did? Of course not. This doesn't justify what Chris Brown did. But the point is people don't react like that for just no reason. They don't react like that for just no reason. And oh, by the way, what Juļena Ostapenko said was not illegal. That is her opinion, and she is absolutely entitled to it. She is absolutely entitled to it. I think we've got to pull down the Periscope here. I think we've got to pull down the Periscope. Ah, yes! The Nigadar. The Nigadar has picked up a yes, and it is Marcus Contreras. Marcus Contreras, you are the first nigga in the building. You have tripped off the Nigadar. Of course, this nigga's talking the same dumb kind of Uncle Ruckus. Look, Uncle Ruckus. Bro, Marcus Contreras, my guy, if you're going to troll me, at least come up with something original, brah. Like, my nigga, you're calling me shit that people have been calling me since I was in fucking grade school, brah. Like, y'all can't come up with nothing right. No, I'm not going to spell your name right, Marcus, because I don't give a fuck. You can go fuck yourself. See, niggas like you are who we're tired of. Niggas like you are who we're tired of. We can't stand you people. You people like this, you people are fucking things up for us. So you can miss me with that. Marcus, you ain't never spelled nothing right in your whole goddamn life. All of a sudden you want me to spell your name right? Nigga, shut the fuck up. Fuck out of here. And then, of course, there's the you hate yourself. Nigga, come up with something new, bruh. Hold on, let's just go ahead and get them all out the way. You're going to call me an Oreo, an Uncle Ruckus, a sellout, an Uncle Tom, a coon. Bro, you got to come up with something. You got to come up with something different. You got to come up with something different. Yeah, Marcus, why don't you come up, nigga? Why don't you come up? Why don't you come up? Why don't you come up then, dumbass? Come on up. Come on up. Either pull. You think you're tough? Pull up or shut the fuck up. Come on, you too, black woman, BW. Y'all want the smoke? Let's do the smoke. See, because I don't let niggas troll me. I want to talk to y'all dumbasses face to face. I'm not afraid of none of y'all. And after I drop this link, I'm timing your dumbass out. Because at that point, you got two choices. You can either pull up or you can shut the fuck up. Marcus Contreras says, I'm throwing peanuts at you, fool. Marcus, that is physically impossible. You can't throw peanuts at me because you're not here. You said you can stand here and watch the show? No, the fuck you can't, Negro. Now you can leave. Now you can get the fuck out. And oh, by the way, Marcus, if you want to come up and talk to me, and I know your dumbass won't, in case you want to come up and talk to me, nigga, come on up, bro. I'm gonna drop the link. I love it when you keyboard. I love it when you keyboard coward ass, gangster ass Negroes come up in here all up in your feelings, bro. You hate yourself. All right, come up with something different. All right, Marcus. I'm sorry, Marcus. Is your name Marcus or Jamarcus? Is it Marcus or is it LaMarcus? It's probably LaMarcus, Jamarcus, Camarcus. Let me ask you something, Marcus. How many times you have to press down the shift key? How many times you have to press down the shift key to spell your first name? I'd like to know that. Because I have a feeling that your name is not Marcus. I think there's probably some sort of a prefix on there. Because, niggas can't ever just name their kids Marcus. They got to niggify it. Like I was saying, you think Rihanna was in the kitchen making cookies when Chris Brown decided to do what he did? No. But nobody asked why. You see, guys, anytime a woman commits a crime, if a woman unalives her husband, right? They're always like, okay, Sandy killed Bill, but why did she kill her husband? He was abusive, he was toxic, he was this, he's that. If Bill kills Sandy, nobody asks any questions. Not that it's right for Bill to kill Sandy or vice versa, but women are routinely given a pass and they get questions asked as to why they commit these crimes. George Floyd, this is what niggas do. They don't tell the whole story. Taylor Townsend got up and she told anybody who would listen, well, she called me classless and uneducated. Yes, because you acted classless and uneducated. See, niggas would have us think that people are just walking around looking for black people to just insult. No, nobody's doing that. And you want to know why Juļena Ostapenko is racist? Is because of dumb niggas like you. Goddamn right she's racist. Of course she's fucking racist. Why wouldn't she be? She sees the shit going on here in America. She knows what the fuck is going on. George Floyd. We only saw the last 8-9 minutes of his life. Let them tell it. If we watch that first 30 minutes, oh, now it's a different story. They always leave something out. Trayvon Martin, same deal. He was beating George Zimmerman's ass. George Zimmerman acted in self-defense. But we don't talk about that. Are you guys seeing a pattern here? Niggas never tell the whole story, ever. They are always the victim. Always the victim. You know, in sports, it's interesting, and I actually, in sports, it's interesting. If you watch football enough, one of the general rules of thumb in the sport of football when it comes to pushing and shoving altercations and things of that nature is that it's always the second guy who gets caught, right? So let's say a linebacker and receiver, you know, they get into it, whatever. They're going back and forth. Linebacker says something to the receiver pushes the linebacker, the referee turns around, throws the flag. Beep. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 56 of the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down, right? Is number 56 going to go up to the ref and say, hey, man, he called my mother a whore? What's the referee going to do? Because I didn't hear it or see it. The standard in the NFL is, look, people are going to talk shit to you. As long as you don't cross the line, you're good to go. People cross the line. It is what it is. The point is the person that retaliates is the one that gets caught. Juļena Ostapenko retaliated. Retaliated against what, Donovan? Taylor Townsend didn't do anything. No, that's what Taylor Townsend wants you to think. Because I can promise you, we know the way niggas are. Niggas like to get under your skin with personal type shit. Here is another story. This is absolutely crazy. Ketel Marte famously got a player banned from every Major League Baseball stadium for life. Got him banned for life. Now, one would say, well, wait a minute. He shouldn't be banned for life. What the hell happened? You want to know what this man was doing? Or do you want to know what this fan was doing? This fan was trolling, making fun of the woman right below your picture. That is Ketel Marte's mother. She died in a car accident, I think about a year ago. And there was a fan in Chicago who was taunting Ketel Marte about his mother who was killed in a car accident. That's why he's crying. This is when people take it way too far. When they see that they're not affecting you, they get personal. And then when somebody responds in kind, you want to act all fucking surprised. Same thing with that police video the other day. The police officers asked him to get out of that car 117 times. He wouldn't do it. So finally when they broke his window, he's like, hey, bro, what you doing? Well, chill out. No, ain't nobody chilling. He gave you a lawful order 2,700,000 times to get out of the car. And he told you that he is going to break your window if you did not. You didn't get out, and so he broke your window. Taylor Townsend is acting surprised that Juļena Ostapenko called her all these names. Well, sweetie, if you act classless and if you act uneducated, people are going to call you classless and uneducated. This is how you people move. This is how you people act. Taylor Townsend would have us believe that Juļena Ostapenko just decided out of the blue for absolutely no reason at all to just call her classless and uneducated. Did it ever occur to you that you might be actually classless and uneducated? We saw the retaliation from Ostapenko, okay? We didn't see or hear what happened with Taylor Townsend. And if Taylor Townsend is the typical average rank and file American black woman, and that big bitch is, then we know she crossed the fucking line. So listen, man, the world wants to call Juļena Ostapenko a racist. Maybe she is. Maybe she is a racist, right? But my question is can you fucking blame her? Seriously, who wants to be around these people? Look at this. Absolute animal fucking behavior. Like she's at a WWE event. Praetorian Guard says she's got a ratchet tennis skirt too. Like, dude, seriously. Like, you're overweight, you're out of shape, You're ranked 187th in the world, talking all this shit about beating the 71st ranked person in the world like you done beat Serena. Bitch, fuck's wrong with you? I ain't never seen a fat tennis player in my goddamn life until just now. Incredible. Dr. B84 with the $10 Rumble rant or super chat. Sorry about that. With the $10 super chat. Says, yeah, Fab, you already know what it is. Feel me, she ain't shit. Fuck out of here. Dude, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, Praetorian Guard says, at least her hair is natural. Yes. So, listen, I said all that to say this. The world is going to tell you that Taylor Townsend is the victim. The world is going to tell you this is racism in tennis. Black women are being oppressed, blah, 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 blah. No, fuck that. This woman is a ratchet. She acted ratchet. She didn't have any fucking decorum, and she got called out on it. She didn't like it. Okay, you won the match. Take your victory and move the fuck on. Because guess what? Whoever she plays next is probably going to wipe her out. Probably going to wipe her ass out, her fat ass out, 6-0, 6-1. It'll be a mercy killing, and no one will remember this fat bitch for the rest of her fucking career. Thanks for watching.